Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to create a transaction code for a custom table. Now, why should you create a transaction code for a custom table when you already have SM30? This is sometimes required when you have to assign a specific role to a particular transaction, let's say custom transaction. So at TMG level also you can assign some authorization groups, but a particular role can be assigned to a transaction, and for that you can create a custom transaction code for your table and give it to the users. So how to create that? Let's see that in this short video. Okay, so all of you can just read this. Okay, yeah. So what are the steps that you should follow? This is how the transaction code looks like. Okay, so to create a custom transaction code, the standard transaction code in SAP is SE93. So for us to create a transaction code for our custom table, we'll have to go to the same transaction, that is SE93. And what are the things that we need to do in SE93 is, let's see what to fill in SE93. Okay, so there is a field called as transaction. So in this transaction field, we'll have to just provide SM30. Okay, then there's a checkbox called skip initial screen. Usually you'll have to just check this checkbox. Why is this required? This is to skip the initial screen, that SM30 screen. It will directly go to the maintenance screen. Okay, so just click this checkbox, check this checkbox, skip initial screen. Next, you'll have to create, if you just go down in this screen, I'll show you in the GUI. There are three checkboxes that supports different types of GUI. So just in case your transaction is being used for other platforms also, so you just have to check all the checkboxes so that it will support all the GUIs. Now, this is important. Okay, so there are two things that you need to give for any transaction to be created for a table, custom table. Okay, there's something called as viv name. Okay, so this viv name, it will have to type exactly same as a field name in the table down there. I'll show you on the GUI. So you'll give the viv name, and in the next column value you'll pass the name of the table you want to create the transaction code for. Okay, and the next thing is there's one more field that you need to add in the same, let's say, field column. You'll have to add the field name update, and you'll have to just say the value as X. Okay, so these are the things that you need to fill while creating the transaction code for a custom table. Now let us see in the SAP GUI, how does it look? Let us see in the SAP GUI now. So I'll go to SAP. Okay, this is my SAP system. Let's say I'll go to SE93. Okay, now I want to create a transaction code. Let's say Z test underscore 01, or if there's already a one, let's say I'll create 0 1 2 3, whatever it is, 0 1 1 3. I'll say create. Okay, now I'll have to select the last option. Okay, last of the radio buttons. I'll just say test TCode, or you can give the name for the table, like description of the transaction code. This will be, just say okay. And now I told you here you'll have to give what? Here you'll have to give the transaction code name as SM30. Click this checkbox, check this checkbox for skipping the initial screen. Then these are the three checkboxes. GUI support, select all of them so that your transaction can run on HTML, Java, or Windows. And here is a table. Here you need to add two fields. What are those two fields? Viv name. Now viv name, you'll have to add the table name. So let's say I'm going to create the transaction code for this already existing custom table. So let's say my table name is Z03 material, and I'll say update, and I'll say X. Okay, just say this is done. Just save it. I'm saying it as a local object. You can provide that package and request. You all know that. And before you do that, you can test this. You can test this. So just say run to test it, and this is what the screen, maintenance screen, will look like. The SM30 screen. From here you can create the new entries. The labels are not working. Okay, there's some different setup that you need to do. For that, I'll be creating one more short video for TMG, working with TMG, and how to revise the TMG without deleting the codings done, custom codings done in the TMG. Thank you everyone for watching. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.